I bought this off my mate Simon so I could take out young fellas and fellesses kayak fishing, teach them how to catch their own fish. So I've got two, and up on top of the truck I've got my dear old dad's Prowler 13. Now I was going to get sponsored by Viking Kayaks, and we sort of teed it up a little bit, you know, write to each other, a few emails and that, but it turned out they said in the end it was going to be too expensive to ship them from the North Island, and also they might get damaged in transit. Personally, I think that they saw my YouTube channel, they realised that I was a ship fisherman, or at least kayak fisherman, and thought, nah, we're not going to endorse this guy. Speaking of endorsing people, I want to thank these guys here. I haven't used their jigs yet. They're from Junkie Jigs, but they've sent me some and I will be using them. Hopefully when I go to North Island I can have a fish up there. And also these good bastards here, which I've been using with great success last year at Reedy's Rigs. I've only got hooks left now. They've got these really cool colourful ones, but I've run out of all those because I lost them in the rocks because I was a useless bastard. I also want to thank Boxy down in, I think he's in Dunedin. He makes these himself and he sent me 3 packets. I'm still using them, mate. They're bloody good sinkers. While I'm thanking people that have helped me out, this shirt, which is incredibly colourful, is from FNQ Hooked, Aboriginal Design. Thanks people for that too. Bloody good shirts for fishing because they keep the sun off and they're cool. Right, I'll stop yakking, we'll head on down the beach. I'm about 3 hours too late. Should have got up early and done it properly like you're supposed to, but I was just too rooted after the weekend. Had me mate Dr. Glenn Davies and his lovely lady come and stay with me, plus my old music manager from Germany, who's been advising me on stuff and helping me, because I'm trying to buy this farm right now and it's getting closer and closer to being a reality. It's not a farm, it's only a small block I'm buying with an old farmhouse on it, but it's home to me. So this is what my driveway looks like. Bit of native bush, and there's a bit of a paddock there I can keep a few sheep, so that's going to hopefully happen. The power of positive thinking. In the back of the truck you probably see Pace there. I just bought him. I'm not going to take him out in the water, but he wants to hang with me today, so I thought, well, why not, you know. I don't have a landing net and I don't have a gaff. I'm completely ill prepared for this little fishing excursion. Oh, I just remembered I don't even have a bloody burley cradle for my burley. This is going to be interesting because I don't even net to put it in. I will work something out when we get down there. And the beeping is telling me I should have my seatbelt on. I'll stop talking and see you down at the beach. She's a ripper day, look at this. What a cracker. Someone trying to whistle their dog down here. Don't see any birds working the water, but it looks magic. Someone having a swim down here. That dog's not listening to his owner. It's a classic calling dog and doesn't come. 4 or 5 different commands. Come here, come on, come here, come on. Instead of the dog's name in the command. People get it wrong all the time. Anyway, enough of that. That's what we're going out today. We'll see you down there. This big stingray just hanging around right here. Just saw it before. Massive. So I'll keep my eyes open because I'm walking the water on bare feet. I don't fancy getting stung. There she goes. Sweet old bro. We're in Ruby Bay in New Zealand. There goes a, I don't know if it's a stingray again or if it's bloody boiler. Something there. Something over here boiling up. I come out here to catch snapper, but if I keep on seeing these boil ups, I'm going to be targeting kahawai. I don't know what that is, but definitely something rising there. As I was saying, we're actually in Ruby Bay, top of South Island of New Zealand, and it's just beautiful. I was coming out here to target snapper, but I do keep seeing these fish coming up the surface, so I'll go for whatever I can get. No strike on that. I've seen the occasional fish rise on the surface and I've thrown the lure at it, nothing's happened. So it may not be kahawai, but what I'm going to do is just tow this lure behind me as I paddle out to the fishing zone, in the hopes that maybe something has a crack at it. Just going to flick it behind me like that. Beautiful. Make sure it's got a bit of play on it, smack it in there, keep on going. You never know. Conditions are just so favourable. The water temperature is 18 degrees. There's a light 5k wind approximately blowing from the north, where's she coming from? The northeast today. And I'm feeling lucky. I haven't got a burley net, so I've got to work out when I get out of here. I'm going to set my burley up. Nothing out here to suggest there's any fish here. No birds working the water, no seals popping their heads up, no fish on the top of the water, the odd bird flying past me but nothing feeding. I think we're just going to wing it and put down some burley here. I'll put down some bait fish first. Actually, I haven't got bait fish, all I've got today is squid. Getting a bit of a nibble here and I've just put it down. That's a good sign. It's only small fish. Feels like small snapper biting, but just dropped it. I haven't got burley down yet. Yeah, only small fish. It feels like snapper. But, is he on? He is, but he's only tiny. Feels like an undersized snapper to me, or oh no, yes it is, a little snapper. So that's how it's going to go, is it? That would be about 20 centimetres. Legal size here in Challenger area is 25. Good to know there's good stocks down here. And that wasn't on my Reedy's rig, it was on a one I got from for Christmas by somebody. Father Christmas sent me that one. Right, we're going to take this off you, mate, and try not to get spiked at the same time, because snapper spikes are no fun, as you guys know. Oh, it's good to know there's fish down there. I've only just got into the zone and straight away, bang. Gonna release this guy again, grow another day. Happy days. I've just put this down again and already small bites. Obviously a lot of small fish below, but I haven't had a chance to put the burley down. I want it. Oh, that could be a bit better. Is he on or was he not? Definitely fish down there. Haven't even had a chance to put the jig. We'll be catching a lot of small fish today, I think. There's a lot of school snapper underneath that. Might be a bit bigger, but it ain't a keeper. It's another one about the same size as the one I just caught, or even smaller. Right. Well, hello mate, but if you're a sign of what we're going to be catching here today, we might be busy just doing catch and release. Back in the sea, mate. Lots of little fish out here, heaps. What do we got this time? I wouldn't mind something a bit bigger. Again, the same size fish. There's just a whole lot down here. I can see this happening for quite some time. I'm not complaining, but I'd like to catch something I could take home and eat. This is a 100 gram, probably a wee bit heavy for this shallow water, but we'll give it a crack, see how we go. Never done this before, don't know if it's going to work or not. Small bites. I've got my burley on the side. It's not very flash, but the smell will be going out, but it could be doing better. And I'm getting little hits. Again, small fish. I'd like to set up that junkie jig I've got there. This is a small fish here, so I'm not even going to strike at that. You can see it's a small fish by the little tiny small ones. I'm looking for the big nod of the snapper. How cool's that? It looks cool, eh? I haven't done any jig fishing. I don't have a proper jig set up. Ideally it should be, I think, mono to braid. I've just got mono, and this is 100 gram in this shallow water. I'll get a wee strike on the other line there. On this shallow water, probably 60 would have been better. We'll plop it over the side and see what happens. We know there's fish down there. I'm just going to have it just off the bottom there, so it jigs up and down. We'll see what happens. You'll leave it there to do its thing. It's coming up on this. Oh, another wee. How the hell did you hook yourself like that, mate? I've got my jig down here, nothing going on yet. He's all right. Back in the ocean to live another day. We've got squid out this side. and I think we had a strike. Did you see that? I felt it. I didn't see it because I had my back turned. Did it strike? I think it did, didn't it? I felt something every time I turn my back, it strikes. And this side here I've got the jig from Junkie's Jig. Quite a big one. I've got it about probably 200 mils off the bottom. Yeah, that's striking. Hold on. Oh, hey, nah. What do you reckon? A bit bigger? It's definitely a fighter, but I don't think it's much bigger. I think it's pretty much the same as everything else I've caught. Oh, we're just not going to crack the legal size today, I reckon. It's going to be a day of fun, but no fish to eat. G'day, mate. You're probably the biggest I've caught so far. Maybe, oh, I don't know, not big enough. Probably 20, 22. Geez, you got yourself well hooked, but make sure I get a firm grip. I'm over the top of those very sharp bloody spikes there. Geez, you got that well and truly hooked me, old mate, didn't you, eh? You sure did. There we go. Now we're talking. He'll be right. Oh, spitting a bit of blood, but he swam away. There's barely going out now. He's already on. Just a wee one again. Just, what is it? Oh, maybe not. Nah, not that big. They just fight. Hey, actually, that could be a little bit bigger. Hopefully, but just a fighting fish. Not really, just a bloody fighter. You had me fooled, mate. I thought you were bigger the way you were fighting. There's no shortage of them down there, is there? Somebody told me once I had to use bigger hooks to catch bigger fish, but we all know that's bullshit. These are pretty bloody big hooks for little fish. Jeez, mate, you're making a bloody mess of your mouth there. It's probably the biggest one so far, but still undersized. Okay, now I'm going to let you go, but we have a deal. One day you grow bigger and I catch you again, okay? See you later. He's gone. It's going to be the order of the day, I think. Babies. We've got something on here. And that feels a little bit bigger than what I've been catching. And it's on the jig. Yes. It's the first decent one. What is it? It's gone in the bloody ankle line, is it? Doesn't feel like a snapper. Feels bigger than anything I've caught so far. That's on the jig. Oh yes, that's a good one. What is it? What the hell is it? The first taker, and it's on the jig. Just now. Holy shit. Whoa! I've got only like about 15 on here, so I don't want that to break. My camera just suddenly died. I'm holding my hand. I don't know what I've caught, but it's bigger than anything I've caught so far. It's a bloody John Dory. I've caught a John Dory on the rig. Look at it. It's a good one too. Oh, it's just hooked lightly and I haven't got a landing net. Oh shit. Wood. Yeah, look at this. I caught it on the Junkie Jig. It's the first time I've ever caught a John Dory out here. It's my favourite fish. It's grunting away. Well, actually, my GoPro died when I was fishing for it, but look at that. Caught it on the Junkie Jig. Happy days. They're a really nice eating fish. This is fucking brilliant, man. Nice one. I've never caught a John Dory out here, so obviously the Junkie Jig's the way to go, man. That is awesome. It's the fish of the day, the only one I got to keep. It's a beauty. The size of this thing. It's a bloody cracker. I'll hold it back beside my head, my big old head, so you can see how big it is, but they're a nice eating fish, eh? I'm so stoked. I'm going to smack it on ice. Get a few wee nods on that, but we know it's only small stuff. So that jig from Junkie's Jig did it. It made my day, man. I'm so stoked. I'll be using them again. I've got him on a bag of party ice. It's not sea salt, but it'll do. I reckon that's enough to feed me for quite a while and probably share some with someone else. Might go and cook it on the houseboat, I think. So my GoPro died and I'm still catching this size snapper. And that's all I'm catching. The GoPro died when I caught that John Dory and I couldn't film it. What I can tell you, it was not much of a fight. It was kind of like a bend in the line. It wasn't really like going everywhere, and I thought, oh shit, have I got a shark? I didn't know what it was. I've been fishing out here my whole life, or as long as I've been coming out here, which is a long time, a bloody long time. And I've never caught a John Dory in here, so they're in here and I've heard people catch them with live bait, but I never have. I just love that fish and I'm so stoked that I tried something different. And here's the thing, you know, if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you always got. I'm trying to film with my phone and hold it and bring this fish in. I don't know what it is. Is that a trevally? Don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm going to get it in because I'm holding my phone and I can't reel anymore. Hold on, here we go. Look at that. He's in the boat. What's that? Is that a trevally? I don't know what that is. Never caught one of those either. Jeez, it's a good day. Is it a mackerel? No, it's not a mackerel. I reckon it's a little trevally. Jeez, it's all happening out here today. Nice eating fish if it's a trevally. I think it is. Oh, Vicky done, man. There's a feed in that. Yeah, I reckon it's a trevally, but correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully it's a fish that I'm legally allowed to take that size, because I don't know what sort of fish it is. It's definitely not a kingfish, so I reckon it's a trevally. What do you guys reckon? This is right where heaven begins, and I want to show you where my houseboat is, just there. And currently Awie's on it, and I'm going to cook her that John Dory I caught. So let's go on board. This is the back porch. Wow, look at this. I've saved the row, still hanging out of it. I can take the row out and have that separate. Look at that. Beautiful. That's the row. I'm not experienced at filleting John Dory. It's something I've never done before, so I'm sort of making it up as we go along. What I do know is these fish don't need to be scaled. Just going to run the filleting knife down here, hopefully get through without wasting any fish. I also know that they come off with like sort of 4 fillets. There's 2 sections of the fish. I'm just feeling for the spine down there. Yeah, so how's that looking? Oh, I left a wee bit on, not too bad. Awie will be pleased about that because I'm going to give her the frame and the head. She's going to make a soup out of it, Awie? Not sure. I'm going to put the rest of this back on ice. We decided that we were actually more hungry than we thought we were, so I took another piece off the other side. So we've got that and that. We're going to keep skin on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these in an egg wash with salt and dill. So I want to actually cut these into sections so that I can fry. I love these fish. I think they're a great fish to cut up. There's their belly. And what I'll do is I'll just do these in halves like that. Done. These are some of my herbs on the boat, and what I'm using today is this one here, dill. Dill goes really well with fish. In another lifetime I was an entertainer in Germany singing, and often in the venues I played the chefs would let me have a play around their kitchen, and I used to love it, and I always thought if I was never a musician I'd be a chef. And I just got so involved in their sauces, their demi-glazes, all the little things they did, and I learned a lot from those guys that were professionals, but I also learned that I'm not a chef. I'm sort of a bit of an artist that makes stuff up as he goes along, so every meal I cook is always slightly different, and that's kind of like my recipes. And people have asked me, can you make a recipe book, Clay? And I can't, because everything changes all the time with how I'm feeling. It's a bit like how I paint or how I create music. It's a one-off each time, but you can replicate what I'm doing and it will generally work. And as far as fish goes, dill is one of those things which just, it screams to be used with fish. When you smell it, you straight away know that nice pungent smell. It's going to be really good with fish. I've had one too many coffees this morning and I'm a little bit shaky. No, I haven't been drinking alcohol, it's been coffee. The sleep has not been on the, hasn't been happening lately, I've been doing too much. Right, there's my dill all cut up. We're going to make an egg wash. I'm heating the skillet on the gas and I'm putting beef dripping in there because beef dripping is really good with fish. This little spatula was made by one of my subscribers. Thanks, mate. I'm going to dry the fish off a little bit. You can use a handy towel. Pink Himalayan salt. It's my favourite salt. I love it with fish. I've already got the cooking underway. I'll show you what I'm doing. It's pretty basic. Got a piece of fish in there already with a bit of the egg wash and just sprinkling a bit of my dill over the top. What's in the pan, we'll do another one. Chunks about that size there. Into the wash, straight into the pan, and a little bit of my dill on top. Get it over. Don't want to cook your fish too long. And if you're serving someone who's Japanese like I'm today, almost don't cook it at all because they don't like it overcooked, do they, are we? No. I wish you guys could smell what I can smell right now. That dill, the fish, just delicious. Very simple, just salt and dill. No garlic, no spices other than the dill. And that's all we're going to need for this. Olives, capsicum, cucumber, cherry tomatoes and some very finely chopped red onion in there, and I'm doing a seasonal salad and I'm chopping this up because it just doesn't go that well with this sort of chunky stuff. If you've got big leaves on top it all kind of gets lost, but this sort of complements it a bit better and makes it nice. And what I'm going to do for a dressing is very simple. I'm just going to put olive oil over the top with lemon. You can see I've cut the inside out so it just goes like that, easy to get on there. Just going to pour that over the top like that. Right, it's going to be the moment of truth. Aoi loves fish, so I've got to be so careful when I cook it because she is a fish expert. It's true. She does a much better job with sashimi than I do, and I'm shaky. I had too many coffees today, I'm shaky. I can feel myself shaky. I need food. We'll start, and I'll start with 3 bits myself. And see what this is like. John Dory. Oh, my hat's on. I'm being rude. How's that? Good. Good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Really good. This is my favourite cooking fish. Give this recipe a go. You'll love it. It works. You can't go wrong with dill. Oh, that's delicious. You will see me doing more fishing using jigs. I know nothing about jig fishing, but after catching this fish, I'm going to be doing a lot more jig fishing. And one of my patrons, Mark, who sent me the jigs, he's going to help me out with the rod and reel. And I'm going to explore that because I'm just old school sinker and hooks. But I think it's going to open a whole new world of fishing to me. I've just started talking to other people, Simon Fowler, Troy Dando, my mate Joey, all the people that fish with jigs, and they tell me, mate, once you've had jigs you never go back. No more smelly bait, you just go out there, it's clean, and you'll catch bigger fish like prey fish, because a jig, it sort of simulates like a squid in the water, and these bigger fish that feed on live fish like John Dory, they go for it. I've never caught a John Dory before in Ruby Bay. I've caught one at Cable Bay but never at Ruby Bay. Thanks for watching my video. Good luck with your own fishing and harvesting out there. Be good, can't be good, be careful. See you later. These chunks too big for your little mouth. Not too big. I think they're okay for my big mouth. Oh, that's good. Really nice to cook your meal. Been a while.